All right, gave her a once over, right? Think you're ready to put some oil on this? And you've elected to put oil on yours, correct?
Yep.
Rather than stain. So we do see that we got a few nail holes and whatnot in here that we have not went over yet. We're gonna wait and we're gonna see what the color is, and then we're gonna take that crayon and we will color it in with the corresponding colored crayon that would look the the best to it. So listen, we're gonna use this boiled linseed oil right here. It's gonna enhance the wood's natural beauty. Should turn in a little bit of a amberish, peachish type color, slight pinkish color. I think it's gonna look mighty fine. What we are gonna do is we're gonna thin this just a smidgen so that it will absorb into the wood just a little bit more. This can happens to be pretty close to the top, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna put a little bit of mineral spirits in here. Paint thinner. About 2 ounces or so. Lid back on this. Got yourself a nice rag somewhere, okay? So when we do this here, my recommendation, yep, have it nice and folded up just like this. And remember, just a little dab will do you. This thing will eventually be 100% saturated. All right. Oh man, look at that, huh? I like that. That looks really sharp. Look at that detail right there. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and keep putting on. So listen, since it's kind of thin, we're just gonna kind of keep that rag a little bit saturated or a little bit damp, I guess I should say. And we're gonna do the entire project. Remember, we don't need to do the base, but it's okay to get it on it. We don't need to do the back, but it's okay to get it on it. But we definitely want to get all the way around all of our pieces here. You happen to use the wood species of beech, so I'll tell you what, that looks really sharp. I really like the way that looks. It's really good. A lot of depth in that, to be honest with you. You want to go ahead and get your set right here. Got yourself a 6x6 piece of square out of that. Want to do one with a star on it? Okay. Want to dig your star? Hey. Yeah, we'll write on the back. Don't care about that. You guys learn how to cut here in kindergarten? Shit, oh God.
Your scissors suck, man.
Are you kidding me? Cut hurt? It's amazing. Use your hair.
Yeah, you can also lift by like 300 more pounds than that.
Huh? You have big faith, you gotta keep going.
We're an entire project in.
Eat right here.
He's still saving.
Sam, when's the last time I was here?
Imagine still saving.
Whatever. I don't know. Long time. All right, so listen, we're gonna bring that oil right on over here in the middle. You know what? Actually, Shane, real quick, before you do this, go blow this off.
Actually,
Let's go ahead and blow this off real quick, please, so we can keep putting it on. Now, see, that's almost like kind of drying a smidge, so don't be afraid of keeping that rag a little bit more saturated. We can always keep running over areas. Get in and out. Oh, so listen. Yeah, it looks good. So my recommendation now is going to be to get a piece of 120, and I'm going to tie it to the store like this.
Imagine blowing wood, is that what you just said?
Blown it all.
We blew it right onto his project. Airborne. Yeah, keep putting more on it. I mean, it can, you really, it's just, it's absorbing into the wood. Yeah, I was, excuse me, the reason for thinning it was to make it really soak in. Yeah, don't be, we're gonna keep rubbing that oil on for the whole period. In theory, that oil is thin enough, it would run all the way down through the wood and drip out the bottom side. All right, run right through the pores. So don't be afraid of really laying it on. It's like a pretty sharp though. Can you see that slight, like
I love the
pinkish,
color,
peachish
yeah.
tint?
I love the color.
I love when there's random.
The only issue is that I'm getting is like getting right in between.
Well, yeah, all the time, get it nice and folded up. That's where like, so if you had, let me see here. Shane, can I see that piece real quick, buddy? That piece of one. Yeah. So watch out. If I put a little bit in this right here, and I dump this on, if I take my cloth, all right, and I would really get it in there. Just look, I can keep going around all this, over and over and over. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid.
Too much oil on
Nope,
it.
nope. Like I was just telling Jason, in theory, what's going to happen is this oil will continue to seep on down through the wood. It would, in theory, it will eventually start running out the bottom of the project.
In theory, though.
It would if we put it on here that thick. I mean, I'm not trying to dump, $20 worth of mineral oil on the project. You can get away with $1 worth. But look, see how that piece is? Look, I go over this, and you'll see it. It'll flash over here in a minute. It'll soak right in. So just keep going through. We want it to have a nice good sheen to it.
I like the shiny.
Yeah, well, now you got to remember, you're going to lose the shine as it dries. But when we go ahead and put that poly on, it's going to come right back out, look real sharp.
I don't know what about it. I just love the way that the wood looks when it's nice.
So a lot of times, woodworkers and stuff like that will opt to use just an oil finish, whether it's oil, linseed oil like we're using, or tongue oil, or like the mineral oil that we use on our cutting boards. So all of that stuff just enhances the wood's natural beauty. And sometimes what you can do to see what the project would look like with some sort of an oil on it, or gets it within the general ballpark, I guess I should say, is you can just take some water on a paper towel and you can just wipe it on the project and you can kind of see what the wood's natural beauty looks like and it'll flash right off. But like I said, a lot of people like to do the oil in the middle. A lot of people like to do the oil just because it enhances the wood's natural beauty. Now, if you put oil on a piece of like white pine, it's not really going to look that good. I mean, it'll look okay, but white pine's like
It's a staining wood.
yeah, it's a good wood to stain.
That's something I'd stain cherry red.
Or
So I can just dump
paint.
this on here.
I mean, I don't know if I go that far. I just did it for him there just to show him my thing, and you can really, it's really not in a good spot to, it's so high in the can. See, these cans suck to pour out of because the thing's right in the middle. Like if it was a regular bottle. About that. Yeah, like I would touch some of it and go around, touch some of it and go around. Yeah. There you go. That's looking good. And you're gonna put this on for the full 20 minutes we got left here. So just keep putting it right on. So listen, I think I'm gonna cut out of this video here in a minute. What we'll do is we'll probably cut back in about 15 minutes. We'll take a look what they look like, and it should look pretty good. Just make sure you get all the nooks and crannies. I said don't really get the back, but definitely make sure that we go over the edges, okay? Tops and bottoms do need to get done, but don't worry about this backboard. This is totally fine how you're hitting it. Here's another commonly missed area. See where my finger is right here?
I hit that.
On a small little edge. Make sure you get that. We're gonna probably do two days worth of oil so we can get most of it. All right, cut back in a little bit here. Alrighty. So these things have went ahead and dried over the weekend here, and they look pretty good. But what was a few things that kind of popped up? What do you notice right down here?
A little bit of blue.
Yeah, smidgen, right? So a little bit of glue, we can actually feel it. A lot of times when we put the stain of the oil, now the oil hides a lot, but a lot of times we put the stain of the oil on, it'll make those things pop real quick, and we've seen this one instantly. And it looks like you got just a smidgen right here. So what we'll do is real quick, 120, clean it to where it feels good. Same thing over here, clean it to where it feels good. Over here on Shane's, he had said to me, because this thing looks pretty good, you know, there's a few spots that were a little bit darker or whatever. That's the wood. That's not like puddles or anything like that. I mean, if you wanted to, Shane, you could go ahead and put some poly on it, but since the two of you guys are kind of in the same spot, my recommendation for today is going to be to you to go ahead and get this little piece out here. It'll take you not even 5 minutes. Real quick with the 120, then go over to some 150 and put some more oil on it. Shane will double check yours over here. But we're going to do the same thing. We're going to give it a real quick double check. I don't see any glue areas. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and put another light coat of oil on this today. And next time we're in class, I'm going to start putting poly on it. So we're in good shape. They look pretty good. Just a few little small spots.